Don't judge me. I can't. I can't do it. I don't know why. I just choke, man.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1. Capture the objective.
Catch you later.
Okay, so wait, we have Sombras on both sides, and yet again we're doing the whole thing, which really hurts me because I'm dyslexic. But like Cryptic, who we are viewing, is on the red side, so I for sure am gonna get that flipped at some point. But anyways, though, okay, so huge. I love the flank. Yeah, I love the focus onto the Mercy. I would have probably gone on high ground, but I mean we're still in it. This is fine. Okay. Easy, decisive first fight win. And honestly, Cryptic had a big part to do in that. This is actually very strongly mirrored almost. I mean we did roll out with the Rhine and the Malga, but we both have, like, both teams have Genjis and Sombras. Okay, but yeah, we have a Malga now. Interesting. Okay, Cryptic here with the Sombra diff. We love to see it. I love the aggression. Yep. Good kill. Are you sure, Cryptic? Is this the one where you lose? Because you guys are doing fine. You guys look like y'all are winning. I'm also a little shook at the fact that, like, your team has a Lucio. I mean, honestly, on a Koth map, a Lucio can do a lot of healing. I love the focus with the Genji. I think you guys have a lot of synergy. Okay, the back cap, I see. Yep. We're gonna break it down, and we're... So here's the thing. When Cryptic was kind of flanking and focusing down the Kurika with the Genji, we actually heard the Rhine shatter. To be honest, like, thankfully I don't think the shatter got anyone. But I think the moment, like, because you should pay attention as Sombra as far as when the Rhines are gonna shatter. A lot of times, I will turn my attention to the front line. You can hack him out, by the way. It's hard to do, but you definitely can. But you can also, like, you can hack him after the shatter too, just to, like, slow him down and maybe help your team, give him a chance. But anyways, so it was fine though, what you did. This round's pretty, I'm not saying uneventful, it's pretty unremarkable in a sense that you guys kind of have been rolling them. And the enemy team, unfortunately, is playing Mystery Heroes, and that's not helping at all. Like, they've literally, this is like their third swap. And their poor Genji, I don't think they bladed once, so... I don't know how we lost this though. Okay, so here's the issue here. You have a Zen and a Lucio. Malga needs more heals than that, which is why people are saying for season 8, if it's Malga meta, it should be Lucio and Moira. So you already know that going into this fight, he is going to be at a disadvantage, okay? What I would do right off the bat is be more considerate of that and not go for such hard flanks. You can if there's an opportunity, especially with your Genji, but for the most part, I will probably pay a little bit more attention to my tank. And like whatever's going on, like whatever fight he is in, I will try to be a little bit more a part of, okay? Because yeah, look at their team. They're tanky with the Brig. The Brig can heal a lot. The Ana can heal a lot. They have a Symmetra, so they're gonna put your Malga through a car wash, right? So if you want this to work without asking for your supports to swap, I would definitely pay a little bit more attention. It is actually your job and the Genji's job to get the turrets ahead of time so it doesn't farm, so the Symmetra doesn't farm your tank, okay? I think in most instances, it's probably okay to kind of like solo and go in backline and do things, but in this instance, because it's a Koth map, do you see how the trades are going in, even though you secured that kill? And they might even win this kill now because Brig is just farming and she is ulting right now. Okay, thankfully, did you ask for them to swap to Moira, or did your team just decide to? Because if they just did on their own, I think that's really smart. Bravo, considering this is gold. No offense. You know, sometimes people just don't even know what to swap to, but the Moira is good. Sometimes I forget you're on console. In those instances, I notice it though. And I'm like, oh yeah, you are. Well, you're so good. Yeah, get the turret. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. Okay, yeah, Sim is, what the fuck was that Sim cooking? We're breaking it down? I mean, we're in. Oh, okay. That's a lot of ults. We better win this damn fight. Let's go, let's go. Oh, with the Brig. Oh, okay. Oh, Oh my god, that Sim is roasting you guys. Like, okay, okay. That was a very, very expensive fight. Unlucky. Moira, please don't die. I am worried. If you die right now, at 95%, Moira! She could have, I don't know if she could have gone out, but she definitely needed to get out. Okay. So, this is an instance where, oh my god, what is going on? I think at 99% Cryptic, you're not ever gonna reach there with Bastion. You're better off coming out as Tracer or Sombra still. And again, because you guys were at like a heal deficit compared to the other team, enemy team, I definitely would have done whatever I can to mitigate that extra damage coming in from the Symmetras. All right, so we're gonna go Mei. Cool, cool, cool. Like, you gotta play a little bit more team-oriented if you wanted to make that Sombra work, you know? But anyways, new round. Let's go. Let's see what happens. Good job pushing the Sim out. I think you slowing her down made it so she couldn't TP. Oh yeah, you guys, nobody is shooting her turrets. This entire time, even when she's dead, she's farming ult. Do you see how she's farming? She's like, she's gonna come back with 60% ult charge, minimum. But anyways, that's okay. You guys are still in it? You guys are definitely still in it? Okay, okay.
This is our objective now.
One thing as Mei to think about is you can terraform, right? I would start thinking about how to use my walls. You don't always have to use it to try to separate like the tank. Like anyone, like you can use it to maybe, that's good protection. That's fine, I think. I mean, you just won't have your wall for when they push in, but you can also use it to separate off heals if the Sim does anything like silly again, like in your backline. But anyways, just use it to try to isolate like one person. Ideally, it is the tank. That's okay. I don't always hit those walls either. Oh no. Okay. Okay. One thing that you can die, or you can. I'm just gonna pause and say this real quick. One thing to be aware of is that they have a Brig. I don't know if you're in comms, but a lot of times, I think in that fight, I don't know if she ever was really low. I'm gonna be honest with you. But I will tell my team this, or at least I will tell you guys this if I'm streaming. I'm like, oh my god, we gotta kill the Brig. She's gonna rally. Because like once they rally, it's like very, very difficult to kill through that. I'm gonna be honest with you. So I think if you use your right click a little bit more and try to get it on multiple enemies, you can build your ult a little bit faster. Because I mean, it's not that bad. You're gonna have it for this next fight. Okay, so they're playing. The enemy team is playing Mr. Heroes again. They swapped to a Rhine. Honestly though, your Malcolm might need some help. Okay, yep, see. he's getting fucking walked down. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, right? He's getting beamed but down. He's getting slapped in the face with an axe, and he's getting whipped in the ass, okay? If you are gonna come out here, what I would have done is, and like maybe you could have like, I don't know, like play this little corner here and try to headshot the sim. Yeah, you guys probably just need one more fight now. If you guys can just kind of regroup together, and you have I was gonna call it snowball. You have blizzard, so maybe it's okay. Unfortunately, you guys, as I said, you guys need to just regroup, and that's bad. Okay, so you're okay. Okay, so you guys have only mercy heals. I think we're okay though. We're okay. You hear the sim. You hear the sim. Your Malga should not have done that. I am sorry. Maybe the mercy can res. Maybe the mercy can res. There is definitely time to kill. Let's see what happens. That would have been a good wall opportunity. I think you should be paying attention to shatter. It's happening, right? Like, so pretty much you can actually count the amount of damage it takes for a Rhine to accrue shatter. It takes 1,500 points or damage for him. So if you want to do some map, okay, that's good. That's good. Oh, there's a lot going on right now. Okay, so the shatter's in. Okay. And that wins them that fight, right? Because feasibly, you know how hard it would have been for Malga and your entire team to push through that choke, that little doorway, right? Versus the Rhine and the sim. Not only did they wall, but they also shattered. Okay, so you guys drop down here. Yeah. Right? There was a moment here where you... the Genji deflex goes away. There's a moment where the Rhine pushed out, okay? So you have two options here as far as how to capitalize on your blizzard, okay? Maybe if you had walled the Rhine and he couldn't get out, like, you don't necessarily have to try to blizzard the backline when nobody on your team was able to even push through the choke to capitalize on it. Option two, you needed to honestly wait for your team to position onto the point first, okay? And what's in the back of your head is, I am not going to get shattered. I am not going to get shattered, like, pushing through this choke. You know that he hasn't had shattered yet. I think as Mei, you have so many ways to get out of a shatter that it doesn't make sense for you to get shattered. But again, you threw that blizzard when your team was still forcing the retake, and unfortunately you threw it in here and nobody was able to get into here. I think it was in this instance where you guys had time. They were only at 33%. You guys probably just need to win one fight and then hold that choke, you know, up on the left, that little choke, and you know, like, you guys could have won this round. Bastion's good right now. Okay. Ooh, the Ramatra is a interesting pick. Okay, so I think it's really tough as Bastion right now. I think if I was gonna do Bastion, this map is okay. So this point cryptic is probably my least favorite point because it is so goddamn linear, and these choke points are like no joke, right? Like, there's literally feasibly two ways to get onto the point. You can have high ground, you can have here, and then this area is really not that great for your entire team to walk past. I'd say the Bastion would work. I would have taken at least high ground first. If he had done that, because everyone kind of popped ults, you would have noticed, and maybe you could have shot down the turrets. I think you would also get a much wider angle of everybody here on you know what I mean? Because like, if you're just shooting from this little angle here, yeah, it is safe because the ramp put a shield there for you, but there's so many ways for the enemy team to mitigate your damage. Like, the Brig can she just has to wait here. She can literally wait here with 1 HP, right? Like, everybody here can fall back on this side and just avoid LOS, you know what I mean? Like, if it's Bastion and his desperate times calls for desperate measures, I would probably have thought of maybe taking high ground or an angle that would really surprise them and catch them off guard. You know, because like, everybody is expecting you guys to come through this choke again. Well, I know you guys lost the second round, and a lot of it had to do with, I mean, the Malga could have always played differently, but you guys were at a huge, like, heal deficit. Oh, it was a Zen Lucio. Yeah, I don't really know about that. That's tough. Honestly, Cryptic, that is tough. But you know, at the end of the day, this VOD review is focused on you. I mean, even though there's a lot of things outside of your control and there are things working against you, like there's always something you could do to sort of like at least try your best to mitigate that and adjust your playstyle. You can sort of pay attention still to like what is going on with your team. You know, like is the Genji diving in? And like, is your Zen in trouble? Is your Mauga like trying to focus down someone and trying to close the gap? But you know, maybe you're the Orisa who hasn't. I don't think you hacked the Orisa once that round. Maybe she was just spinning away and trying to disengage. Like, could you have hacked that Orisa and gave your team an opening in the front line before they got microwaved by the sim? You know, like these are questions you can always ask yourself. And honestly, it's hard. Like, I probably would have made the same errors that you did because when you play Sombra, again, like you're used to playing a specific way, and it's not like you weren't getting kills. It's just that unfortunately, your time to kill on that Ana took longer than their time to kill, right? Their DPS was a sim.
Namaste.